3 of the final 4 if fitness.
Farhan Ahmed might as well. 2 slips wait. Durrell drops it wide of second slip, thinks about single.
Nicely played, nicely bowled by Wokes, but over pitched and worked nicely through mid wicket for 4. It's a shame, isn't it, that not for them, got to look after them, I completely understand it, but from a spectator it's a shame that Bumrah's been carded in for 3. Next week it's a short arm jab into the leg side by Dhruv Jurel. Wokes there just overcorrecting following the half volley earlier in the over, and it's the second for Jurel. Moves to 20, spending some time at Lords, training down at Beckenham as well. Whilst the weather suggests otherwise, it just feels quite
soft hands. 2 slips were there, and Kumar already knew they were both there, and he just guided that one wide of second slip. Runs away for 4. He's India A's lead. They've got 6 wickets remaining in their second innings. Let me just see that shot again. Back of a length, opens the face, ready. He's going to run that down to the vacant area at third. Ben McKinney is going to chase it, but he's not going to get there. It's a boundary. Ready moves to 14. Effectively to produce pro cricketers, right? Australia, almost like a cricketer's got talent. I think Ian Holland, who's now at Leicestershire, managed to win that. Unlucky there. Tentative forward defence, inside edge. Could have gone anywhere. I think so.
Oh, it's gone, is it? It's gone down. Tong got the edge. The slip cordon, who have switched around. McKinney has gone to second slip. Hey, and it has gone down. So the opportunity that hadn't been carved or crafted for the course of those 50 minutes, it was angled in by Tong. Those chances. There's an appeal for LBW. James Rue's gone up big, and umpire quick shake of the head. That one there just sliding down the leg side.
Yeah, hit him right on the knee roll.
Maybe Josh Tong just about starting one of these magic spells. And that one, in response, overpitched, outside off stump, and beautifully driven through the covers by Dhruv Jurel for 4. To end the over, he moves to 20 for India A against the Lions.
Oh, what a shot that is. Tong just over pitching, right, searching for that outside edge again. He found Reddy's. Could he find? Lovely shot there, Reddy. Again, no real foot movement. Just open the blade. There's a man in Reddy. Dropped in the previous over by Tom Haynes. Has picked up a boundary down to third. And Emilio Gay in the gully. Has he taken the outside edge? There he has. Dhruv Jurel has just tickled one behind to James Rue. Taken a tumbling catch. It's a good catch.
The two of these, Tong and Jack, are just complementing one another. Asking some good questions, bowling for some good pace. We saw the catch go down.
Oh, it's a beauty.
A little bit earlier. Does break that partnership. On the stroke of that first hour.
Jurel. In fact, he had to play it. He probably did as well, just in case it nips back.
But
opens the face. Just a single for Reddy. Yeah, it wouldn't. You'd wonder why, wouldn't you? There'd need to be a lovely shot. Just over pitch slightly. Don't think it'll run all the way to the boundary. It will run all the way to the boundary. That's me told. Can't quite see around that corner. It's a blind spot.
They are strong, aren't they? That all-round cricketer that India have got available to them. Josh Tong, isn't it, at mid-wicket? Down the ground, finds the gap this time. Nicely played, nicely adjusted.
Yeah, dropped on 17, so we're starting to find out.
Is there an opportunity? There's something that has happened in cricket before, isn't there? you declare with a tricky little period before the scheduled lunch break. That has happened in the past in this sport, so that would...
That one's Fuller, driven in the air. It wasn't entirely convincing from Shardul Thakur. Hung in the air. Had mid-off been a little bit straighter, there might have been a catch on. As it was, they cut too short. Put away by Shardul Thakur. 4 more. Didn't quite get hold of the first one that he drove down the ground.
Over backward point. It wasn't really short either, was it, from Eddie Jack? It was more played on line, I think, than length or anything here from Shardul. Stepped away from it and just flailed the hands at it. What about that one? Slog swept down to the boundary edge, and that's gone all the way. What a shot that is by Nitesh Kumar.
In the back of his mind, I'm sure.
I suspect so. Halfway, isn't he now?
I'm sure he went home and watched all the commentary back.
Good players go twice, don't they, Sam? Spares provided, won't there, from the Lions as the host side. Quick single taken. Shardul Thakur responds, and we're going to get some overthrows as well.
Oh, buzzers.
That's going to run down to the boundary edge, and it is going to cross it. A good throw.
Quick single. Jack tries to use some fancy footwork, it turns out. Not so fancy, a bit of a scuff, really. It did go in the right general.
Just in front of square. Nitish Kumar Reddy does advance, and for a moment I thought was shaping up that strong bottom hand down towards the... Shardul Thakur doesn't look at that leg side boundary and goes straight back over the head of Farhan Ahmed. Dismissive, really, by the India all-rounder. Strong.
Thank you very much. Not tried to overhit it. Straight down the ground. Let's have another look at that one.
Or something. Shardul Thakur goes again, slightly straighter this time, but even further. Back-to-back sixes from Shardul Thakur. I said good players go twice here at the county grounds.
Naturally there to be hit there. But such a good cricketer. He was able to do so. Back-to-back sixes. Is this a sign? I feel it is that India are just starting to get on with it. Maybe it was a little... Oh, bowled him. That's a beauty from George Hill. Middle stump out the ground. Tish Kumar Reddy plays all around that one. He was playing a defensive stroke. He just misjudged it. We've seen George Hill nip them back into the right-hander. The bowling change has worked for James Root for the 74.
Yeah, relatively expensive drop, wasn't it, in the context of the game? It's not been low scoring, has it? But it's been mid-scoring, I think would be fair to say, with those. Advances down the ground, takes on Josh Tong, and Josh Tong will just watch it go over his head. Kotian has had a look at Farhan Ahmed, and he's gone to Shardul Builders. But happy to defend, takes a quick single. There's a chance for a run out. Got halfway. Was sent back by Tanush Kotian.
Cool, I think, to turn him down by Kotian. Good bit of fielding.
Yeah.
Very sharp in the covers. Is Eddie Jack in there?
I think it is, yeah. Covered good ground, didn't he? Farhan Ahmed, who's looked good, continues, and that's driven through the covers. It took a big bounce on the edge of the square, so we'll give Chris Wokes a chance. And the ball just evades the Warwickshire. 34, the lead of 288, so 12 away from that magic 300. But
all gone. Shardul Thakur's middle stump has been removed, and I think that will bring the morning's play to a close. George Hill, just like he did with Thakur, George Hill has his third wicket of the innings. 3 for 39 for him from fifth. Find some food. It's been an intriguing morning. We've potentially got a couple of intriguing afternoon sessions to come. Will England Lions be chasing a score? They probably
7. 6 of those runs coming from one shot, and Tanush Kotian just gives himself a bit of room, orchestrates the ball through the offside, runs it down through point, a vacant point and adds a couple of runs. They finished second, but they didn't make that final. That's expansive over the offside. All the way for 6, is it? No, just inside the boundary rope for 4. So Tanush Kotian taking the aggressive option, off spinner to off spinner. Obviously Northampton Town Football Club, playing in division, or I believe so. Cut away this time, back-to-back boundaries for India A, and Tanush Kotian, the lead now over 300. The magic.
Shard attacker, that's a bouncer. And that was pretty much at his own toes, that. George here, he was going to make sure that got up. James Rue leapt. He was trying to avoid him being able to do that. That's a nice shot from Anshul. Flicks that over mid-on. One bounce.
For India A post-lunch. 2-9-3 for 7 now.
That's gone up in the air. It's not in control of that at all, but it's gone over the fielders in close on the offside, and in fact it's raced away. 18 now. Double bumper fist between the two India batters. Having a look at that one. He's hit a couple through mid-on. He's just thrown everything at that. Anshul Kotian. Short. Cut away. I'm not sure the fielder out there is going to be able to cut it off. No, they're not. Simple boundary for Kotian. It's a long boundary out there. There was a man out. Max Holden has just come into your people were tired. Tom Haynes taking it. If India A is still batting, come second, I think that's going to be the same result. Max Holden puts the dive in. Yeah, has he stopped it?
He did. He did.
Saved a couple of runs though.
That's similar to that sock sponsorship.
Anshul Kambodge goes up and he goes over. Doesn't quite go all the way down towards the Briggs and Forrester.
A few more, isn't there, just appearing from the locker rooms. Tushar Desh.
Oh, leading edge. He was trying to turn that towards deep mid-wicket, I think, for a run or two. Instead he gets a couple off the outside edge down to third. Emilio Gay. Tom Haynes is a little bit wayward. Is it going to be wides? Is it going to be buys? Oh, it's going to be buys. James Root, difficult one, stood up to the stumps, fired. Outside edge. Boundary. Kotian into the 40s with runs down through third, where there is nobody stationed. Those floodlights, it's still fairly light, but they were on pretty much all of yesterday in similar light. Yes, it's
just a rarity though, because he would have found himself in the box for the corners, wouldn't he?
There we go.
There we go. Oh, Ben McKinney, thank you very much.
Talking up. Well, talking about, certainly. Tom Haynes gets the hand on it, tries to deflect it down to the non-striker's end. I think Kotian would have been back.
Yeah.
Anshul takes the single.
Would Emilio Gay?
8th of April, he's taken his wickets. It's been a while. Cut away. Just a single for Kotian. Been a while since Emilio Gay picked up a first-class wicket. No time like the present. Ben McKinney bowl, I don't think many of us would have come into this
scene here is, I think, 4 of the from the David Capel lens, and it's flashed and carved over backward point for 4 by Anshul, who moves to 29.
Yeah, it wasn't the most convincing shot, just a little push. It was uppish for a while, but the result is 4 more runs.
Yeah, very much a loosener from Eddie Jack there. 77 mile an hour on the speed gun. We've seen him operating in the low to mid 80s, haven't we? And again, flicked over Tom Haynes at second slip, who will stroll down to the boundary edge to retrieve that one. Another boundary in the over. This time for Kotian, who moves up to 60. Max Holden beats Tom Haynes in the race to get the ball back.
Not quite gone as a second innings. Edged and wide of third slip. Emilio Gay has been at gully for a decent chunk of the day, but with the new ball, he's been moved to third slip, and naturally, what happens then? And I think that brings up the 100 partnership between these two for the 8th wicket. It's been a decent partnership as well. 100 from 120 balls. They scored at a good rate. Short ball. I think he's got a little bit of bat on that one. Otherwise, it's a very wayward delivery. No buys. James Rue looks back almost in disgust. Look at where he's finished. Had no real chance again.
On day one, that for that opening, what was it, hour and 5 minutes? When Chris Wokes and, I mean, less, it looks like he's hit. Short ball, hooked away, guided away by Tanush Kotian.
Kotian. That's what he'd have his sights set on now. And why not? They all count.
Yeah, first class high score of 100.
Over a new ball.
And that is played through the covers. It's going to be 4. And Kotian moves to and 94 for 7. Now the score for India A as they continue to turn the screw.
That might be runs. Bit of bat and glove on it. McKinney on strike. He's going to open his account with a boundary. Close to his toes, jabs the bat down, flicks it round the corner. It's almost a half volley for Ben McKinney because of that stride length, because of how far he can get that front foot planted. Difficult man to bowl at. Opens the face, gets through gully. Bit of a misfield. I think a bit of pace taken off it, so they will just come back for a couple. McKinney moves to 6.
Bit of a flash from Ben McKinney that time around. Bowlers in particular, sometimes you need to find that contest yourself. And it feels like as a character, from what we've seen on a very, very small sample size, Sam, let's be honest.
Jabbed away into the leg side. I think that might go all the way unless fine leg does very well. I can't quite see around the corner, Dan. I'll need your help there.
Yeah, beverage advert if you can recall yourself to that far back. But he did keep it inside the rope. You'll see a replay here.
Ooh. What a catch that is. Speaking of attacking properly, Deshpande has attacked Tom Haynes and he's picked up the wicket.
KL Rahul. Others in just the second.
Let's have another look at that one. Looks to me like Emilio Gay is going to bat at 3. Just tried to work it away a little bit too close to his body. It was a good height for KL. Good hands. Stung his hands. It was motoring that one, KL Rahul.
No, that was a...
Won't be a wicket maiden, though. Will be an opening boundary for Emilio Gay.
Is that the shot? Is that the shot that starts there?
The chase makes it a real challenge for the spinner. Cut away off the back foot. Just like that. There's a fielder out there at deep extra cover. It was only 5-10 yards to his right. But it was...
That's a beauty. It's got the outside edge, has it? It has. Anshul Kamboj gets the wicket of Emilio Gay. He had to play at it. He didn't follow that either. Just a beautiful bit of bowling from Anshul Kamboj. And India A have their second. Taken another one for the England Lions. It's dismissed for 5. Good bit of bowling that, Sam.
Yeah, absolute beauty. I was going to say had to play it. Yeah, I don't think motto.
And it's gone. It's kept low, isn't it, from Anshul there. Cox looks back to inspect the castle that's been destroyed by Anshul Cambodge. And as it ever so does, the extra one has worked. And Anshul has 2 in the over. He's got a...
This is going to be a testing period.
Mm.
Anshul Cambodge
Bit up and
with
down.
his tail up. 50. Bit of confidence. First half century. Yeah, that one has kept. Certainly Jordan Cox was...
The tiptoes for those 4 deliveries that he did face. Well, here he had Anshul taken those 2 wickets in the over before they'd have pondering. Flicked into the leg side, aerially in front of square. I had this conversation with regards to floodlights and the availability of them. And I will caveat it and say in first class cricket. Because this isn't, is it? Well, it is, but it's a hybrid of sorts. Is that if they are available for... They can't be available for a portion of the game. They have to be available for everything, or all of it. They can't just play 2 days with the 8. The match is drawn as the stumps are removed from the ground here.